What is up, YouTube? Today I'm coming back at you with another video, and today is another DVD Blu-ray Pickups video. Now, I know I just did one of these pretty recently, but I got a bunch of more movies and stuff, so I guess I'll do another one. Hopefully you guys continue to like these, but I am able to pick up movies and stuff a lot easier than I am video games, so you might end up seeing a lot more of these than you would like, but whatever. Alright, so I've got 3 things on DVD that I picked up and 2 things on Blu-ray. So let's just get right into them, and I'll talk about the DVD stuff first, just to get that out of the way, and then I'll go on to my Blu-ray stuff. And one of them is very cool, and I've been waiting for it for a very long time now. So first thing I picked up is something that I've actually had trouble getting. So I'll do a little bit of story about this, but the first thing I picked up is Stargate SG1 Season 9. For some reason, this has been the most difficult season of SG1 that I have had to get. I have no idea why. And I bet you if I went on Amazon right now and tried to look, I bet you they'd have it in stock, because that's just the way my luck is. But for the past 2 to 3 months, I have been trying to get SG1 Season 9. They have not had it in stock on Amazon. Why do I? And I prefer to buy it from Amazon directly when I get movies, just because I know their packaging and I know that they sell it brand new and they don't overcharge, and they oftentimes have a lot of really good deals. And I don't like to buy used online unless I absolutely have to, like it's out of print, just because I'd rather support the physical media, movie, TV market, because it's practically vanishing before my very eyes. So I try to support it whenever I can, and I try to buy it directly from Amazon. So that's the reason why I've had a really hard time finding this, because trying to find this brand new on Amazon from Amazon itself has been really hard. I was able to find copies of it from other sellers, third-party sellers, but they were charging really, really high prices, and at the prices they were asking, I was kind of weary, because shipping, if things get damaged in shipping, then I'll be out more money than just the $10, which is what the SG1 seasons usually cost. But lo and behold, I was at Barnes & Noble, and I was going through their sections, and I was going through their vinyl records, and I was like, well, maybe they have Stargate here. So I went over to their TV section, and they had all the seasons of Stargate SG1, thank God. And I looked at it, and I checked it out to make sure it was in good condition, and I was like, finally, somebody has Stargate SG1 Season 9 in stock, and it was 10% off. So I was like, that's great. So I went up and I bought it, and I'm so happy that I own this. I actually haven't finished this season yet, unfortunately, but I'm really, really happy. This is the one I'm currently on, and then I'll almost have every season of SG1. The only season I'll need after this will be Season 10, and then Arc of Truth and Continuum. So, happy to have Stargate SG1. Sorry for spending so much time on that one, but it's been a long ride getting this getting this TV show. I bet you Amazon probably has it in stock now. I've literally been checking Amazon like every week for the past couple months trying to get that, but whatever. Alright, so the next things I picked up were things that I bought used from, I went to visit my parents, and so I had an opportunity to visit my old used stores back where I used to live, and I'm so happy that I got to go there because it had a bunch of stuff that I wanted. So first thing that I bought was Lost Season 4. Like I said before, this is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's a fantastic show, and I really want to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since the finale aired, because I watched it as they came out, and it's been a long time since I've seen it, because the finale was, when was the finale? Probably 2008, 2009, something like that? I don't know. Really long time ago. And I loved this show, and I'm really happy to own this now. I don't really remember which season this is because it's been so long, and I just remembered really, really enjoying this show, and I'm happy to get this version because I really like the cool slipcase versions of this season, of this TV show. I know there's Blu-ray versions, but they're just plain Blu-ray cases, and this I also got used for like $8, whatever. So happy to own that. I'll have the 4th season of Lost, which is awesome. One of my favorite shows of all time, and won't go back and think it. There it goes. Alright, so the last thing I picked up on DVD will, of course, be Lost Season 5, and this is the final season. I think this is the final season. I don't know. It's been so long. If somebody knows if this is the final season, I'll look it up later. But yeah, I think this is the last season, and this was the last season they had there. This is the DVD version as well. Comes with the whole season, and like I said with the last one, it's one of my favorite shows, so I had to get it. One thing I'm a little disappointed about with this one is they switched from the cool plastic slipcovers to the standard cardboard ones, which, I mean, what can you do? Companies do that all the time. I know that was the case with the Star Wars Steelbooks. They were originally doing all the faces, and then they switched from that, but whatever. But it does come with all the discs and everything, so everything is in here. Really happy to have Season 5. I think it's the last season. Don't even remember anymore. But I'll find out later. If not, I'll probably end up buying that later. So, Lost Season 5. So now I have, I think, all of the seasons of Lost on DVD. And I plan to rewatch them once I'm done with Stargate. I think it might be really, really cool to do that. So next we'll move on to Blu-rays, and when I was at Replay, when I got the Lost seasons, I also picked up a movie, something that I thought might be funny, and I picked up Your Highness. Now, I'm a fan of comedy movies, and I'm a fan of fantasy, and this is a fantasy comedy movie, and you don't really see many of those. I mean, you had Knights of Badassum, and a couple other ones like Robin Hood Men in Tights, and stuff like that, but I really wanted to pick this one up just because I'm a big fan of Danny McBride, and so I thought it might be interesting. Now, I watched it. It wasn't as great as I thought it might be. A lot of the jokes were slapstick and weren't that funny. It definitely had its moments, to be sure. And when it did have its moments, it was really funny. But their moments were very few and far between. And I don't know. I thought it could have been done better, but it's not the worst movie I've ever seen in terms of comedy. It's not one I'm going to be like craving to watch again. But it's a decent comedy movie, and I think they did a pretty good job on it, for sure. Now the last movie is the one that I've been waiting for, and I was hoping it wouldn't come damaged. It just came out yesterday. Arrived at my house, and it's the Star Wars The Last Jedi Steelbook. Man, I pre-ordered this on Best Buy, and it was the first time I've ever ordered anything from Best Buy's website. I always used to try to go in store and get stuff, but I live in a smaller town now, and they wouldn't even let me pre-order in store. So I was very hesitant to like rely on their stock for this, especially since it's Star Wars. So I was like, well, I better pre-order it because it's the only way. And so I was actually pleasantly surprised it arrived in flawless condition. They mailed it in a bubble mailer, which is, I hate Best Buy for doing that. I'm happy it arrived undamaged, but it should have been in a box. But Last Jedi Steelbook, super happy to have it. I watched it last night. It was my second time watching it because I only watched it in the theaters beforehand. This is actually my first 4K Blu-ray. They had the Steelbook in the standard version too, but I got the 4K version just because I'm thinking I'm going to want to start moving to 4K, just because it'll be nice to have. And 4K prices have started to come down to where they're basically only like $5 more expensive than the normal Blu-rays. A lot of stuff still isn't coming to 4K, so I'll probably be buying a lot of Blu-rays still, but what I can get in 4K that I think's worth it, I'll get in 4K, because why not? It came with the normal Blu-ray, so that's what I watched yesterday, because I don't have a 4K player yet. But this Steelbook is fantastic. The front's really cool. You've got Rey, you've got Luke, you got Finn, and basically all your main heroes. And on the back you have all your main villains. You have Captain Phasma, Kylo Ren, General Hux, the Praetorian Guards, but not Snoke, which I find interesting. Now, what I think about this movie, because I didn't really do a review when it first came out, but I'm on the fence. It's definitely not the worst Star Wars I've ever seen. I think it's better than The Force Awakens, but it's also not anything super spectacular. I'm overall really disappointed with the sequel trilogy so far. I'm hoping JJ does something really good with Episode 9. Or is it Episode 9? Is this Episode 9? I don't even know anymore. I think it's episode 9. I hope he does something really great with episode 9, but I'm not really holding out hope for it anymore. What does surprise me is, so far with Rogue One, and from what I've seen from the solo trailers, it seems that the spin-off movies are much more enjoyable and have a much more Star Wars feel than the actual Star Wars episodes, which is weird to me, but whatever. That's enough about Star Wars, but yeah, that's what I picked up. That's everything I picked up. I'm really happy to have Star Wars The Last Jedi to, you know, complete my Star Wars movie collection once again. So yeah, that's everything that I have. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below. What movies and TV shows have you been watching recently? Personally, I'm falling behind on one of the TV shows I used to watch on a regular basis. I haven't watched any of the new Vikings. I know, it sucks. But I have been keeping up with Supernatural, which is what I've been watching a lot of. I'm currently also working through Stargate SG1, so I've got a lot on my plate. But yeah, that's everything I picked up. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below. If you have any recommendations for movies or TV shows, please let me know. I am always happy to check those out. I pretty much watch everything that I buy, and I watch pretty much all the recommendations you guys recommend, even though I don't ever get any, that many. And that's all I have for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.